Last week of April, me and Che were invited by my sister to go on a free diving adventure as her post-birthday celebration. To start this, I am not a swimmer, kaya medyo hesitant akong sumama. But I'm glad that I decided to go on this trip. On this trip, I conquered one of my biggest fear, the open water. It did give me confidence and great experience. So, let's go to Mabini, Batangas. We hit the road by 6 a.m. using the car we rented. Emmer was our driver that day. Wala masyadong traffic at ang ganda ng panahon. From 13 to Alfonso, Cavite, then road to Lemery, Batangas. Nadaanan namin ang ganda ng Taal. No wonder masarap talagang magbike sa part na to. Ito rin yung dinaanan ko during my first 100 kilometers na bike ride going to Fantasy World. Mga 2 oras din ang biyahe before we arrived at Balai, Lawom. Habang nasa biyahe, I was thinking of a lot of things and having mixed emotions. Isip-isip ko, jahe to, di ako marunong lumangoy. But still, showing my brave face on. Pambawi na lang siguro sa isipin yung alam kong 4 naman kaming non-swimmer. So, di ako nag-iisa. Isang bagay na nakakawala bahagya ng kaba. After an hour or so, narating na namin ang San Francisco. Wherein sa di kalayuan, matatanaw na ang dagat as a sign na malapit na kami. At mga 20 minutes after, we arrived to our destination at exactly 9 a.m. Just in time bago magsimula ang assembly for the free diving intro. Kaya pagkababa ng bagahe, nakaikot muna sa Balay, Lawom, where we stayed for 2 days and 1 night. Lawom means deep in Visayan dialect, while Balay means house, but for some, it's their home. The place has 3 floors. Third floor is an open-air shared place. Second floor naman has a door-type rooms where we decided to settle at magstay. Everything is made of kawayan, and outside of our room, matatanaw ang dagat at kabundukan, which is very relaxing. Ground floor naman has a simple vibe where they serve awesome food and drinks. Ito rin ang assembly area for all the free divers intro and fun divers alike. Shortly, we are joined by Matthew, kababata ni Emmer, that makes us total of 5 in our group. Then, free diving intro began. Free diving intro was facilitated by a couple of coaches in Balai, Lawom. Started from the reasons why and how sila napunta sa free diving, then intro sa basic do's and don'ts to keep everyone safe while in the water. We're introduced to gears we will use, which is the life-saving snorkeling goggles, proper suit to use, and also types of diving fins. In the middle of it all, we were interrupted by this cute little guy. Don't know the name of this beagle, pero is asking to be pet. Going back to the introduction, where another coach discussed about types of equalization and also how to relax in the middle of the sea. Of course, to prolong yung time that we dive under. And that's it. That sums up the introduction to free diving. After a few minutes of finishing the intro, we started walking along with our gears lended to use for the first session. We are coached by Coach Pilio. The sun is up and medyo nakakakaba. Coach Pilio was a previous climb organizer, then found the passion for free diving shortly after the first few lockdowns got lifted. Malinaw ang tubig and a lot of people are in the water already, enjoying the sun and the sea. We started our session by hands-on introduction on how to use our gears. Then, a brief test run on proper breathing and floating techniques na sinimulan naman ni Emer. Next to Emer was She and followed by me. Unfortunately, di ko nakuhaan si Day. After these test runs, we were led by Coach Pilio going to a 17 feet deep area at ito na ang totoong simula. We were told to dip our heads and focus on floating while we will be dragged by Coach Pilio kaya di ko na na-record as I need to put my cam sa boya na kinakapitan namin. Fast forward, going to 17 feet deep area, Coach Pilio set the line and start na ng first activity, which I can honestly say I totally suck at. I was having trouble with doing equalization when going deeper. Yung kabilang tenga di ko ma-equalize, so I kept on trying. While Emer and Day started on trying the duck dive and they're doing great at it. Couple goals no? After an hour or so, we need to do the next activity, wherein after we go as deep as we can, we need to let go of the line and swim away from it. This was my first try, and I was so nervous to let go, but after some thinking and experiencing that I could tread, medyo umayos na the next try. Kailangan talagang lakasan ng loob to make it right. I'm not even ashamed of not being able to swim. What matters to me that time is to show Coach Pilio I'm very much willing to learn and to make the activity right. Which after few trial and error, evidently, I made a decent progress and my fear slowly disappeared. Not completely, but at least bit by bit. And that's how our first session ended. I guess it was successful since we were able to do the activity. Though, of course, not in a perfect way. We took 1 hour break after the first session. Konting kwentuhan of what went well with the group. While me and She decided na magpahinga na lang muna and we'll join the group tomorrow morning for the last session. So after namin magkwentuhan ng mga pangyayari, it's time for us to order some good food. We ordered wings at maraming flavor ang available. And also, yung best-selling nila na sausage, recommended by Coach. Solid na solid, nakadalawa ata ako nito. After an hour, Day and Emmer pushed with the second session. While us, we enjoyed our stay, ordered a couple of beers, at umorder din ng best-selling nilang burger. It's somehow my way to make Chef feel better, since medyo di niya na-enjoy ang first session. Kaya dinaan ko na lang sa food and bonding time na rin naming dalawa. It's our first anniversary by the way. After burgers, we tried other flavors ng wings, and so on. Ang dami naming kwento about sa maraming mga bagay-bagay. I'm glad that we decided to do this. Other than celebration, a quick escape from work too. Dahil parehas kaming busy most of the time. By 6 p.m., we decided to take the shower and call it a night. "4:30 a.m., gising na kami ni She and di na kami makatulog ulit. So by 5 a.m., we got up and decided to take a walk to find something or somewhere to eat since sarado pa ang Balai Lawom. After last night na hangout ng other freedivers staying there that time. People there do party hard. Maybe it's also their quick getaway from all the hustle and bustle from the concrete jungle. Wherein, dito sila nakakapag-distress from work and etc. After our breakfast, binentahan kami ni Coach Pilio ng snorkeling goggles, which was a great idea para meron na kaming personal na magamit. I bought 2, binigyan ko si She as a anniversary gift. And then we proceed to our boat for the third and last session for the day. After ng chill na food trip at tambay namin kahapon, She and I agreed to be more competitive this time. Syempre, to make the most out of this trip. Mas magandang result, mas magandang alaala to remember. By 9 a.m., sakay na sa boat going to Sepok Island. We were all excited and pumped since it will be our last session, then go home na by afternoon. Kaya syempre, kailangan nating galingan. Boat ride was approximately 20 to 30 minutes, more or less. Kalmado naman ang dagat and you can get to see other islands nearby. Thinking probably soon, makakabalik at mapuntahan. Kasi, it's always good to have something to look forward to, right? At ang dami din naming nadaan ng mga diving resorts. I think Mabini is the diving capital here in South. Just correct me if I'm wrong. After the boat ride, Coach Pilio started prepping the line. And followed by us after prepping for this last session. Everyone was excited and thrilled dahil ang ganda ng tubig. Ako naman.
Video to.
After the preparation, me and She warmed up on the line. I feel good at this time and have much more confidence compared yesterday. While Emmer and Day, of course, were ahead of us practicing duck dive and exploring the deep water. Ang gagaling! After warming up, I tried my first duck dive ever away from the boya. I guess not bad for a first timer. And I kept on trying after listening to coach feedback sa bawat pag-ahon hanggang sa makakuha din ako ng isang decent na dive in my opinion. Though I still use my fins incorrectly at times, pero I'm getting good results nang paunti-unti. That makes me feel good. It is much better than getting nothing. To sum it all up, we all enjoyed our last session and able to do something new. Yun naman dapat talaga ang goal, di ba? Trying something new every now and then. Having the chance to enjoy this trip is more than enough for me. Before kasi, I was the guy na lagi lang nakasabit sa gilid ng bangka. Now, I am able to roam around the open water. Next goal is to properly learn how to swim, I guess. This trip was so worth it. Thank you din kay Coach Pilio for those words of encouragement na nakakalakas talaga ng loob. Ang laki din ng impact nun kaya overcome ko yung uncomfortable feeling when I'm in the open water. Same goes with She. It's been a long time since I've been proud of myself. Parang bata. And di ako nahihiya to let other people know of my flaws, as people do mistakes and have their own weaknesses. What's important is how we can overcome those flaws and improve to be the best version of ourselves. And that's something I realized on this trip. Masaya sa pakiramdam, bawas na sa bucket list and lista naman sa mga new achievements. Isa rin to sa mga dahilan kaya ang sarap mag-travel at adventure. You get to know more about yourself while meeting new people. That will add something to your life. You may learn a new skill, find a new passion, or discover a new connection. Kahit alin doon, tingin ko wala kang talo. And that's how you live your life to the fullest, di ba? So, dito na lang muna. See you on the next adventure. Let's go!